R1 dribbling versus left stick dribbling. The pros, the cons. Let's break it down.
Griezmann, 3 men around him and somehow finds some space. Ronaldo, fantastic opening, the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a time. Didn't really go for him. Oh! The display there is absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We talked about Aussie FIFA. He's not here to make up the numbers.
Now I'm going to base this off two things. It's exploiting space and beating defenders. Are each of these dribbling techniques better than the other? Do they have pros? Do they have cons to them? I'm going to break that down for you. Firstly, left stick dribbling. Now, as we know, left stick dribbling isn't as effective to move your player, especially if you're heavy on the left stick. I've taught you, you need to be light, okay, light and crest, to move the ball a little bit quicker with left stick. I do find, though, with left stick dribbling, it's quite good for situations where you want to dribble in throughout the space. You're maneuvering yourself throughout the space, but I find it's not always as effective to beat the opponent, and specifically when you're trying to chop him away. And that is a con, in my opinion. If you are not being light and crest in the left stick and you're under pressure, it can be hard sometimes to be quite light and caress, and you will be heavier on that left stick movement, which means a slower movement on the ball, and that can hinder your ability to beat the opponent. I will say though, if you are rolling through space, it is easy because you know you can use the left stick just to roll throughout it, but it doesn't have the ability to beat opponents, in my opinion. Yet on the other hand, R1 dribbling, if you actually activate this and utilize this in FC25, you'll notice if you chop the left stick back and forth with R1 pressed in, his agility increases by about 3 to 4 times, and I find it's very effective for the times when you want to feint a defender, and you can alternate between the two. I think that's the best thing about it, is when we compare the two, they're better in certain situations compared to others. If you look at left stick dribbling, it's good to weave in throughout the space, but not necessarily the best for when a defender approaches you. Left stick dribbling is also good for taking the ball back into space if you need to first time, just to dribble for a little bit before you do activate R1 dribbling. Whereas R1 dribbling, of course, is good for when you're wanting to feint them away. So if you have that defender come into you after using left stick dribbling, you can use R1 to use the feinting method and keep your back to the opponent to feint him and then go with the R1 button before resetting with the left stick yet again. So in my opinion, I feel as though left stick dribbling is very good for dribbling throughout the space, weaving in and out, and then R1 dribbling is very good for feinting defenders. So they have a complete comparison to the two. I think each dribbling technique is good in certain situations. It has its pros, has its cons, and you can be the one to decide which is better. I am coaching one-on-one. You can check it out. The link is down below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, you may enjoy this one.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code DYLANETSATP at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys, so thank you.